2025 is shaping up to be an incredible year for blockchain and crypto as a whole. And today we're going to be talking about BYDFi's venture into this and actually how they're doing something incredibly unique. Because on one hand, they have a centralized exchange or a CEX, and then on the other hand, they actually have a DEX, which is a decentralized exchange, but it's all combined together in one platform. None of this is financial advice, but today let's walk you through BYDFi's MoonX announcement. So here we are on the BYDFi exchange, and what's important here is if we go up to the top left, we can see we have the exchange button, which we're on right now, and then next to that, we have the MoonX button. Now, if we click this button, we can see it opens up a whole new thing here where, yes, you're actually seeing a decentralized exchange built in to a centralized exchange platform. There are many advantages to this that we'll talk about in this video, but this was actually just announced in the Token 2049 event here in Dubai, which is really, really cool. And they also announced this in the Paris Blockchain Week here as well. So both of these events were in April, and that made it a huge month for crypto as a whole, with BYDFi really just leading the charge here by bringing these innovations to their exchange. Now, other exchanges do attempt to do this, but I haven't seen anything as clean and liquid as the BYDFi's MoonX DEX here. And yes, we can see that Binance supports DEX through their BNB chain ecosystem. Bybit actually have their own Web3 wallet where you can access DEX swaps, and KuCoin actually has a DEX through its Web3 wallet as well. But when it comes to actually having it built into the exchange itself, rather than having two separate exchanges, this for me is just everything at your fingertips, everything all in one place. And that's why I think this is probably the best DEX that's hosted by an exchange out there in the crypto universe. Now, the benefits of this are very clear and obvious, but if you don't know, let me just explain some of the features here and why this is such a good idea. With a centralized exchange like BYDFi, and these guys are actually like a top 5 exchange at this point, yes, you get the liquidity, you get the security, but sometimes with a centralized exchange, maybe you get the tokens listed a little bit too late, and then people don't want to necessarily buy a token when it's at the top or where it's already pumped 100x or 1000x. But if you have a DEX like this attached to your centralized exchange, one, you get the security and liquidity, but two, you actually get access to the potential 100x gems all in one spot. So this is why I would highly recommend going over to BYDFi and checking this out and just clicking this MoonX button, because you're going to see coins that are actually blasting off from 10x to 100x in gains. And they have a few systems here that we're going to talk about next that really do just make this the ultimate DEX out there anyway. So here we can see we have the peanut token, as you can see, but there's actually a little badge here. And this badge is an integration with the Pump.fun API. What does that mean? Well, basically, any Pump.fun coins, you can actually find on here if they have this little badge, and that's actually going to be an indication of a coin that's on Pump.fun that could potentially be promoted to Radium very, very soon. So yes, you can find all sorts of new tokens on here and really get in before everyone else from these Pump.fun big gems. And then there are other features like this badge here, which is the dev sell all button. This basically means the dev has sold all of the tokens and the dev cannot rug you from that point. And I think that is a very cool feature to have. As well as that, we have the quick buy button here on the right. So if we do actually go up here, you can see this is my DEX wallet that's generated for me simply by signing in to my BYDFi account. And then, yes, if we did want to fund that wallet, we can by just obviously depositing onto it. And then we can actually go ahead and then buy with this quick buy button. Now we can change this quick buy button as well, customize it to be a different number. So I could change this to, for example, 1 Solana here, and then all of my quick buys, if I wanted to, would be 1 Solana. Now, if we go up to here, we can see there is a pump button. This is going to be all of the Pump.fun tokens. We can see the ones that are new, the ones that are finalizing, the ones that are actually getting promoted to Radium, and the ones that are already launched on Radium. So this is a great way to really just dive in to all of the different tokens here, see the ones that have better metrics, and then get involved and find the next 100x gem. Now, the next thing here is this copy button. So this copy button is going to be basically one of the biggest features of this exchange and this decentralized exchange feature. So here we can see smart money trends. So this is actually going to track all of these smart money wallets that buy into certain tokens. So we can see here, Let's Bonk actually has 2 of these smart money flagged addresses that have bought in 1 hour. We can go down here and actually see all of the different tokens that are being bought by these whales. Now, what determines these smart money wallets? Well, it's basically just profit percentage. If one of these wallets essentially making money on a bunch of different tokens, it will be flagged as a smart money address, and then it will be tracked on this DEX automatically, allowing you to essentially just copy and follow those wallets. And over here, we can see we have activity. So this is actually going to show you as well a little bit more in depth which wallets are buying and what tokens, and then you can make a good assumption of whether those tokens are going to go up or down with all of this incredible data. Now, at the top here, we have KOL. KOL is an influencer or a key opinion leader, and these are wallets that basically you would expect to buy a token and then promote that token so that they can profit from their network as a key opinion leader. And we can see here there are many ones flagged on this site. So as soon as they buy a token, you could essentially copy that and buy the same token with the MoonX platform very, very easily. So I could click this one here, I could press follow, and then I'm going to get notified whenever this guy buys a token, and then I can go ahead and buy that same token as well. And then the last tab here is the holdings tab. So this is going to show all of our orders, and it's going to show all of our closed and open positions. Now, if we go back to markets here, we can actually see there's a lot of different customization that we can do here in the trading settings. We actually have different presets here we can set up. Kind of Anti-MEV bot, which is quite interesting, can save you from certain risks of the market. And you can adjust your slippage settings here as well, which basically will mean that yes, you're not going to be caught out by those sniper bots. And yeah, you could say, hey, if it's 30% slippage, I'm okay with it, but anything over that, do not take any trades. And yes, this is going to be something that is incredibly useful. And overall, I do think this MoonX platform is something that is incredibly unique in terms of technology and infrastructure, and it's got that security and deep liquidity a centralized exchange would offer. So that is BYDFi's MoonX platform, and it's all in one place. So you've got your centralized exchange, and then you have your decentralized exchange all in one platform, and you've got all of the added features that these guys have actually brought in terms of technology. So this is something that's fantastic. It's definitely something you should be checking out in the description. But that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.